What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Warhammer 40k Space Hulk Ascension to these nasty Space Hulks. I don't want to ascend to any place like this. I'm just going to throw it out there. Ascending to a place like this is not the sort of ascension that I plan on doing. So in today's episode, we have three things to choose from. We've got to the rescue, where we've got to withdraw from the place that we just captured. We've got survive a Genestealer ambush, which is a hard mode mission. We've got Honor Bound, which is a psychic resonance which draws Terminators deeper into the Jotunheim. I think I'll probably go with Honor Bound, and we'll give Squad Einir a chance to get a little playtime, I think, because they haven't been playing much lately. They haven't had any playtime, their toys have gone unused, and when you've got awesome toys like Stormbolters, you kind of want to use them, so let's see if we can get this underway. I've played the hard mode missions, and the only reason I walk away from it right now is because you need to level up a little bit before the hard mode missions. The hard mode missions, I've cleared all of them on the Ultramarines, or at least a large majority of them, but they're nasty. They're real nasty. The Great Company's Rune Priest can hear howling in the warp. He's hounded by visions of a blood-soaked wolf encircled by burning eyes. After casting the rune, he has located the source of the psychic signal and discerned the meaning of the visions. You have been dispatched to find what he has seen. The remains of a squad of space wolves who made a heroic last stand against the Genestealers. They carry with them an ancient Great Company standard. Tattered and bloodstained, it flies still, locked in the grip of its final bearer. It must be retrieved and returned to Fenris, where it can be given a place of honor in the great feasting hall of the Fang. I don't feel like I really have much of a choice but to accept my orders. I'm going to be really straight with you right now. Instead of being crooked, I don't think we have a choice, do we? So locate the battle standard and then get away with the battle standard. Okay, so we escape over there. So we get the battle standard from there and we escape over here. Alright, I know what's up. Let's go ahead and get going. Let's get to moving. I'm going to put the sergeant right here. Okay, because I wanted to check the map and make sure there was no way out of the room from on that side. Since there's no way out of the room except for this way, we will start out right in front of it to save that AP, and then I think we will... Let's deploy a little bit better. I think we're going to hoof it. No, we're not going to hoof it. How do you only have 3 AP? Because he opened a door. That's why. Alright, keep moving. I don't think he leveled up either, so the rest of them will have 5, and he's only got 3. I should have deployed one of the 5s first. I shall not fail. Let the flamer in. Let's go ahead and get the captain right to there. Awesome! And so now I think we're about ready to rock. Let's do this thing. There's plenty of rock to be rolled, so let's get this thing trucking. On this side, what we need is we have an enemy combatant right here, which she did a pretty amazing job at splattering. Good. Awesome. Well, I am the splatter cat, so if we leave our enemies in pieces all over the place, I am okay with that. I'm going to move him to right there, and we're going to have him watch this hallway. We do want to stay mobile on this one. Do they have any ways through right here? If they do not, I would prefer to move forward by one more if there's no ventilation shafts or any other creepy crawly areas. You guys remember creepy crawlers? Creepy crawlers were the stuff. When I was a kid, creepy crawlers, if your parents let you buy creepy crawlers or they got you creepy crawlers, your parents were super awesome. They were basically like these little gelatin, like these jelly plastic animal, like little jelly plastic bugs that you made in the oven. They were super awesome. They were great. I think that we've just about got our bases covered except for down here, but that other Tyranid didn't seem to make it that far, so I think he might be safe for now. If he's not, what we'll do on the next turn is we'll rotate him over, rotate him down, and then we should be good. Alright, take another shot. It's okay, just take another shot. If you missed the first one, it's fine. We got plenty of shots here on the Jotunheim. We are all about shots on the Jotunheim. And what I'll do now is we'll keep this group moving carefully, though, because this guy could actually go this way and then cut that corner, so we want to give us at least a little bit of time to fix that if something goes wrong. On this side, what I now want to do is rotate him to there. I prefer to get him right there. That diagonal movement still throws me off. I always consider that in Space Hulk you're not allowed to turn diagonal, and so for whatever reason, every time that they do it, it's like a fundamental law of nature, like, ceases to function. It's almost as if things are, you know, boiling at the wrong temperatures. Okay, so that side's been cleared. We still want to keep an eye on this corner, just in case. I hear these sounds of aggressive movement. I forgot to put him on Overwatch, so unfortunately this is going to be a problem that we have to deal with now rather than later. I'm going to go with an aim shot. He missed with the aim shot, unfortunately. So let's... I could have backed him up and put him on Overwatch, but with 3 spaces and he's got a focus fire right now, he should still be okay. I'm going to reload him with the 1 AP that he has left. Hopefully these two are able to block that corridor well enough. On this side, nope, let's get into position here. My flamethrower over there. Trig V can be on over there. Okay, I think we're in an okay position right now. We're not in like an amazing position, but I think we're in a place that is at least manageable for now. We've just got to make it to the battle standard first. Now, I don't know if it's going to lock somebody out of attacking once they're carrying the battle standard. I hope that it does not. That will be bad if it does, but we'll deal with that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, even if it is a rather ropey and swingy looking one. There we go. So with focus fire, he brought him down very, very quickly. He's also holding down the fort over here. I think these two could conceivably hold this without us having to worry about it for too long. It looks like he's going to overheat really, really soon, though. Hey, he got a kill, though, on his last overheat. That's fine. I mean, at least he overheated with murder and not overheating with misses. I mean, you know, if he's going to overheat with the misses, I think he can do that, like, on his own time. That's not going to be on company time, literal company time. On this side, it looks like we have a Genestealer that's making a push. We have 2 Genestealers that are making pushes. So we got one coming from that way. We've got one coming from that way. That leaves us in an odd spot because what's going on this side? Do we have anything going on over here? No, nothing's going on over here. This leaves us in a bit of a tricky situation, but not one that I think is unmanageable. He can only fire out to there, unfortunately. And once again, I've got my flamer in the wrong position. That's one of the things I don't like about deploying blind, is that you just can't tell where the spawns and everything are. That's the only rule change thus far in the game that I disagree with. I don't like deploying blind onto a map because it's really, given the order of your characters is very, very important. Being able to analyze the map beforehand is a fundamental part of Space Hulk. He's going to have to hold. If he doesn't, that's going to be that for us. So hopefully he doesn't screw the pooch right here. I think the doggy ain't looking like it's in the mood. Let's risk it. And so he double missed, but he made his melee roll. And so because the melee roll, it appears as though... Oh, we've got more guys coming from this way too. Alright, flamethrower dude, it's time. Well, actually... If I step him into the right there, I might be able to do something nifty with a wide fire. Maybe. Let's try it. I would love to do something nifty with wide fire. With wide fire. I would love to do something useful with wide fire if we can pull it off. We can give it a go. It looks like he did not get taken care of. So what I need to do now is I'm going to rotate him to there. I'm going to put him on Overwatch like so, and this will just give us a little bit of a beachhead so that once we get all these spawns cleared out and the enemy has used up all of their points on spawns, we should be able to fix this. Should be able to, I think. I mean, I hope. I mean, it looks like he'll still be able to get through at the flamethrower guy right now, which is worrying. But hopefully he'll burn to death while he's over here. Those diagonal movements are really messing with me. Alright, so that side's now covered. These two are still handling their business down here. Okay, so it burned to death when it stepped on the wrong spot right there. On this side, he's taken shots. He's been apparently successful. It doesn't show you the Genestealers anymore when they're running down hallways like it did in the previous games. It now kind of just shows you like a blood splatter if you finally kill them off. It's a weird change, but, you know. Okay, so he's getting a bunch of kills right here. His stone bolt is looking pretty overheated. Go ahead and give him a full reload. Just keep on holding this point. And in fact, I think it may be a good idea to take pressure off the remaining Space Marines if I start advancing this guy this way. And then what we can try and do anyways is block off this hallway. Obviously, we can retreat if we need to. But for right now, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of Genestealers off this way. And so if I could block off this hallway, it looks like they can only access from over here, but it seems like they're mostly focused on coming through here. So his back is kind of covered right now, but this does buy all of these guys a little bit of, you know, room to maneuver a bit. Okay, good. With a 50-50, he managed to handle that. I'm going to move the flamethrower unit over to here, because what we saw from the spawn on this side is that they could only make it to here before the turn was ended. And so on this side, we now, because this is blocked off, at least kind of, we've got at least a turn to move this guy around a little bit, and so that's what I'm going to do. Oh no, I don't want you to overwatch. I want you to flip around. And there we go. All that AP to turn around, and then I want you to stand in this doorway right here. You guys are going to go get the standard in just a minute. These guys will continue to hold down these two hallways. I'll have him rotate as necessary, but I think we should be okay. I hear movement. I hear lots of unhappy movement. I only like happy movements. Happy movements are great. Those are the movements that I can get behind. Let's go. Okay, so we got another one coming down this way. That should be okay, though. Because I think I can move you to right here. We don't know where the spawns are as of right now. So we're going to be forced to play a little bit slower than I normally would if it was any other game. On this side, what I would prefer for you to do now is to make sure that we don't get cut off from this side. I don't want to be cut at all. I prefer to keep myself unslashed and unbleeding. I want this to go as smoothly as humanly possible because nobody likes rough things. I don't know, maybe some people like some rough things, but I don't like rough things. I like things to be smooth and soft like silk. This Genestealer can do whatever he likes because I think he's going to get wasted no matter what he does. He seems like a bit of a lush. There we go. He might overheat soon. Over here, we've got a gunfight happening right there. They unfortunately rushed him, so we are going to have to solve this somehow. And unfortunately, unless he can solve this in the next shot, we're going to be in very, very bad shape. Okay. So he handled it on the next shot like I had hoped he would. I'm going to put him in Overwatch, and next turn I'm going to step him back by one so that he's at least got a little bit more time to deal with the enemy when they come around this corner, because as of right now he's only got 2 shots, and so you can assume that the first shot's crossing from here to here. That's going to be like a 37% shot. This one's going to be a 47% shot, so it's riding the line. It's not as safe as I would like it to be. On this side, let's continue our forward movement. It looks like that's the spawn point right there that we've got to watch out for. I'm going to bring in the flamethrower behind him, just in case we get any side flanking action taking place so that he can step in and burn out the alley if he needs to. On this side, we have no more Genestealers coming, so part of me is a little bit... I guess I'm going to scoot him back, I guess. So let's give him a bit more room to function with. We'll reload him. And then we'll put him on Overwatch. On this side where I would prefer, I think I'm going to take it slow and allow them to come out of the vent. I want to turn him so that on the next turn he doesn't have to waste an AP doing it. But it can't be helped right now. How are you doing? You're overheated? Yeah, that's what I figured. So let's go ahead and get you panting a little bit. Not unpanting. If you unpant right now, I'm going to be upset with you. There's no standing around in your ceremonial loincloth of wolfitude. It's the wolf cloth. We call it the wolf cloth. I mean, I would prefer that you use the proper terminology when you talk about our chapter. It's the wolf cloth. Just be aware. Step him back one more time so that he gets 3 shots. Actually, I could step him back again. Little risky, but I think it'll be okay. That gives him a lot more room to function. Now, the alien may try to cut this corner, but he'll still get a shot, and a shot, even if he tries that. So this guy is still reasonably clear. Not super clear, but reasonably clear. I don't feel like he's overwatching right now, like it's doing the animation, but he didn't have the little eyeball above his head, and that bothers me. I prefer them to have the little eyeball above their heads. Take you off Overwatch. And it is time to go with a lowercase t. on this side, I'm going to leave the flamethrower right where he's at. Hopefully there's no spawn point over here. If there is, we've got a major problem in front of us. It looks like they can cut that corner right there. Hopefully this Overwatch will take care of business. We have to hope for the best at this point. There's not much that I could do to remedy our overextended situation. There it is. So we've got a wasted nid on that side. I think the AI is actually... Okay. I was going to say, I think the AI is officially out of points, and so it's been a long time since I played Space Hulk, but I remember there's like rules, just like in Descent, that dictate how much you can spawn things and like where you can spawn things, for example. So over here, we'll get that open. No! I clicked for you to step right there, not to... Meh. Hate this. I hate this! Okay, so... I guess we'll let her be right now, to quote the classic Sesame Street song. Yeah, I was a little concerned about this happening. This was my worry. Alright, so we'll burn that one out right here. I figured there was going to be kind of like an adjustment period of terror and awfulness right here. He doesn't have the AP. Can he take a shot? Hold on. No, he cannot. This is bad. This is pretty bad. Unfortunately, this guy managed to run the blockade right here. I screwed up. I screwed up bad. Oh, no. I mean, all you can do right now is hope that he makes the point-blank shot, and if he doesn't make the point-blank shot, we now have to hope that he makes his melee defense, because that's our only option now. Unfortunately, this map, I probably should have rotated the entire team and just kind of kept these guys with it so that I could have blocked this down here, and I don't know. I think that I've messed up tactically. Oh, he got him! I'm so happy right now, because that was totally like a hold your breath and hope moment. Like, that really should not have come down. If we were playing the Ultramarines, that would have came down in our favor, probably, but as the Space Wolves who shoot very wolf-like, like wolves are not known for their accuracy with firearms, I think that we lucked out big time right there. Okay, so we have the battle standard, and so yeah, I think that precludes him from shooting, and so we're actually a character down now. They should be able to keep these hallways locked down. The only other spawn, basically we just need him to run the hell away on the next turn. Okay, so we've got genies running around all over the place. On this side, he missed his Overwatch shot. He does still have an opportunity to take another shot. I think I'm going to go for that opportunity since he has the aimed fire buff. Or the sustained fire buff. I'm sorry. Aim fire, sustained fire. You know, they all kind of rhyme. I don't think he's going to be able to shoot now, though, that he's carrying the standard. I think that that's probably right out. On this side, flamethrower soldier. Gonna need you to do your deal. Actually, let's actually go for a focused fire. Okay, and so he's now dead. Unfortunately, flamethrower's at half ammo. That should work out for us, though. What I'd like to do now is I'm gonna rotate him into this position so that he can watch this hallway. I mean, we're still going to actually keep watching this one while he's in your way. His big fat wolf ass is in your way. But once he gets out of the way, then we'll have him face that direction. We'll try and lock all this off. And basically, we're going to retreat the exact same way that we came in. On this side, I forgot to overwatch him again, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. He's overwatched now. He's got 1 AP left. I'm going to use it to reload since he's going to get a little bit of cooling done. I might as well reload him now, too. Reload you as well. All right, I think we're good. We're not in an amazing position yet, but we're still in a better position than we would be. So he should be able to back into that spot right there. Assuming we don't have any genies coming from that direction. What I want now is for him to waste a shot on him, although that does raise an interesting point that if I overwatch right here, he still has the opportunity to aimed fire on him. And if he aim fires on him, that's a really, really good thing for us. So let's go ahead and try. There we go. Okay, so he made the shot. It was an iffy shot. It was a 60% shot, but we'll make... Oh, there's another one back there. Okay, so I'm only going to move him ahead by a little bit right now. I don't want them to cut that corner and do any ridiculous gangster tyrannid shit. Let's reload real fast. That'll still leave him on Overwatch. He should more than be able to get that guy first. Over on this side, we're still looking pretty clear actually. It's looking like everything's good. And so they said we were surrounded by burning eyes. Apparently Ben Stein has come down from his throne and blessed us with grimdark clear eyes, I guess. Wow, they are really coming at us from that side. Alright, so we're going to unjam. He should have a sustained fire buff. Let's go for the aimed fire. Okay, so we got lucky again. 70% shots are still not like at that level where I feel comfortable making them. I know the gambler's fallacy. You want to be very, very careful about that because sometimes you will feel like you should be able to do certain... Oh, he can shoot. Well, then how can we... Oh, whatever. Whatever. I would prefer... I think what I should have done is moved him to here, but I was worried somebody was going to come around this way. At this point, I have to decide whether I want to go speed racer on this thing. I'm going to have him go up to the corner. Let's just go up to the corner. We'll have him... Turning his back is really risky because then he gets no defense. So I'm not going to have him turn his back. But for right now, everything else appears to be holding pretty well. Nobody looks like they need to make any quick breaks or, you know, sandwich stops. Goril, did you back the sandwiches of purity and non-heresy? Yes, I packed them. They are in my backpack. I need... Just hold on here. I'll spend some AP on this turn. And on this turn, basically, I'm going to spend some AP. And you go ahead and you just grab the sandwiches when you want them out of my backpack. But make sure that there are no Genestealers. If there are Genestealers coming, I need you to cover me because, you know, you're getting the sandwiches out of my backpack, so my facing is wrong. And so that always makes me a little nervous. So just make sure there are no Genestealers. Alright. So we've got that taken care of. Tychus, did you make these sandwiches on this side? What do I want to do? So what people don't tell you in this game is that melee attacks, if they fail... Oh, he's got a 100% chance? Well, screw it then. Punch that fool. So I've missed, basically, with a 95% chance on a Genestealer with a melee attack, and then he came back and killed me with his next swing. They don't tell you that that can happen, but it can. That's one of the reasons why melee is a bad idea in Space Hulk. Is because if you miss, you basically automatically die, and it is not funsies. Nothing good comes from that. And so since I have this hallway covered, I'm sort of wondering if maybe we need to go... I'm wondering if I can just cut the corner right here and go around this way. It's worth investigating, I think. Tychus, did you make the sandwiches? The sandwiches of purity. Oh, you did. Did you remember to cut the crusts off? You didn't cut the crust off. Great. Well, now my sandwich is ruined. Thank you, Tychus, for doing an easy job poorly. I don't want to be a little bit too discriminatory right now, but I feel like you really dropped the ball on what should have really sort of been like the booby prize of tasks. You know what I mean? Oh, good. There's mayonnaise on it, too. That's fantastic. Tychus, you know I hate mayonnaise on my wolf sandwich. Just keep an eye out for Genestealers while I throw this sandwich against the wall. There it goes. It's against the wall. You idiot. You've thrown a sandwich against the wall. That's cost you an AP. Now you can't overwatch me. We're all gonna die. You know what I watched last night, Martellus? You know what I overwatched? Do you know what? Hey, Tychus, listen to this. You know what I overwatched last night, Martellus? I overwatched your mother. Ha 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 ha. Did you hear what I said, Tychus? Tychus, did you hear what I said to him? I said that I overwatched his mother. Yes, it's funny because you used in-game mechanics to imply you slept with his mother. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, right? That is Space Marine humor right there. That is hilarious. These are the things that I think about. I wish that, you know, Flash Gits, they took down all their videos about Warhammer 40k. I think Games Workshop served them on it. I'm pretty sure they got like a copyright notice from Games Workshop, which is super shady because I bet those cartoons like brought more people into Warhammer 40k than a lot of things. I mean, that was amazing advertising for Warhammer 40k. I think what happened is they bit the hand that fed them. Like what I'm pretty sure happened is they made those Space Hulk videos and everything, and Games Workshop was fine with it, but then they made that other video that was talking about how Games Workshop is like an evil empire that's trying to steal all your money, and I'm pretty sure that probably pissed them off, and then they were like, fine then, we're going to give you a copyright notice. It seems like a Games Workshop-y thing to do. I don't know, though. I looked it up last night because I wanted to watch the Space Hulk videos again before I started doing the LP, and all the videos have been taken down. I have no clue what happened to them, but I hope these two guys level up. They've been really, like, going to work down here. I'm going to put my flamethrower troop up in the front. Hopefully his overwatch is still good. I'm pretty sure his overwatch will still be fine. I'm not totally sure how this works, but I have a reasonably decent idea. I mean, it doesn't really matter if his overwatch works because there's nothing spawned over here. On the next turn, he should be able to flamethrower whatever's down there, but I don't know. We may have like some friendly fire action taking place here. I'm going to go ahead and pull him out of the way as well, and we'll just have to listen on our movement scanners, on our little beep-de-dee. You know, we know how to use a movement scanner. We've been playing Alien. I'm going to go and do that, and then we'll have him take one more step. Anything that puts a big gap in between me and the Genestealers. Okay, so they're coming through down here. I'll probably go for an aim shot right there. Just for the freebie kill. It seems weird that these soldiers count as level 1s, because if you make it into a Terminator squadron, it's really, really unlikely that you don't know what you're doing and then you're actually like level 1. Like, becoming a Terminator in Warhammer 40k, or being gifted with Terminator armor is like a really, really big deal. Seriously, it's a big deal. I'm going to have him step down this hallway, and he's just going to flame it out, make sure that nothing bad happens, right? Oh, God. I've made a mistake. I've made a horrible, pungent, smelly mistake. I thought that there was going to be like a door over here, and unfortunately there's one of the Genestealers hatches. So we might once again continue our long streak of our flamethrower guys dying in horrible circumstances because I don't know how to plan my game properly. Alright, well, that's going to be an issue. If they spawn right here on this turn, he's toast, or he'll have to make a melee defense, which will totally suck. On this side, he's all good. Okay. Onward, Genestealers! Okay, and so that Genestealer has been murdered. No lamps have been removed from the premises. He's unfortunately going to jam up, but he's going to get the kill done while it malfunctions. Everywhere else is looking pretty safe right now. Don't stand in front of these. These are different from normal spawns. So there are two types of spawns. They're the ones that have the big circle around them so that you can nullify them. And then there's these ones. If you stand in front of these ones, they can like grab your head through it and like kill you, and it's awful. It's awful and it's terrifying. Let's go ahead, and I'm actually going to be really, really safe about this. I'm going to flame this out now rather than later, just to make sure that we don't get any magical visitors. You see how there was technically a square behind that? Yeah, that's the problem. Let's make a gap right here. I'm going to send him on ahead just in case. He's overheated, but he's got more than enough AP left. Let's go ahead and double deheat, and then we'll go with a reload. I'm going to have him open the bulkhead. I don't know if there's any spawns down here that are going to be relevant to our advancement, but that's why he's going first. That's why he's going first. Like, damn it, how come I don't get to carry the standard? All of a sudden, everybody's like, oh, Trigva, you're the most valuable person in the squad because you're carrying the chalice. How come I don't get to carry the chalice? This sucks. I want you to know that this is a shit detail, and this totally sucks, and I don't agree with it. You can tell the chapter master I said that. You go straight over there. You tell him. You tell him right. You wolf tell him to his wolf face. And then when he has a wolf grimace, I want to see it with my wolf eyes. On this side, what we want to do now is I think they may have a spawn over here. So I'm just going to overwatch this just in case. On this side, what we need to do is now we need to cut this off from this direction so that he can extract himself from the situation. So we'll move that to right there. For now, oh, they're coming up behind him. That's bad. Okay, so I need you to change your facing. I know that you're in Terminator armor and it becomes difficult to do, but I need you to do it. And then that's going to cost too much AP, so I'm just going to have him overwatch right there. We need him to just sprint away from the premises as fast as he can. Meanwhile, our flamethrower troop now has a little bit of an opening to move back down this hallway, and I think we should be good? Maybe? I don't know. We won't be good until, I mean, bad things might happen right here, but we've got at least one turn to fix it if something bad happens. There we go. And so he has shot the Genestealer on that side. The Genestealer on that side has been destroyed. That's a good thing for us. He's unfortunately going to have to hold his position. This is problematic. One can really only hope that, like, he makes this attack roll, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he has to make that attack roll right there. I think Balder, you might be about to have a really bad day, pal. Like, I don't want to be a negative Nancy about all this, but you might be about to have a bad day. It could happen. I'm going to temporarily risk my flamethrower troop's life to see if there's any way that I can fix this, possibly. But I'm thinking that there's not. Yeah, there's no way. I was hoping he'd be able to fire on that corner right there, but nope. Nope, nope, nope. So, this becomes a game of, can he make the shot to save Balder? And if not, then he gets to live the rest of his nasty little Luden life knowing that Balder is dead and it's all his fault. Either way, actually, if I get the standard across the goal before anything goes wrong, it might still count. I don't know. Yeah, I think it probably would count, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Damn. I'm always like one Terminator short. I'm always one Terminator short, although these are one Terminator talls. Welp, I hope you're able to do this, Luden, because this is going to be ugly. Technically, I mean, if they really wanted to ruin my turn right here, what they could do is, I think that might be the better plan right there. Maybe. I mean, it might not, but it's the best I can do, because then he doesn't have his back exposed to anyone. Because what could have happened right here is if this one goes first and stabs him in the back, this then makes this one have the opening to go and attack him. And so at the minimum, what I want to happen is I want there to be enough Overwatch to where we can at least minimize our chances of getting dominated right here. But this is a tricky situation. This is a very, very tricksy situation. Oh my god! Oh, it worked. It worked. I'm so stoked right now. I'm so stoked right now. I can't believe that worked. However, we still have like a... Let's try and move him across the goalpost first, because there's no point defending all this. Yeah, if we automatically win when this happens. Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to say. It was like that in the first Space Hulk too. It didn't really matter what happens to the rest. All the Terminators automatically survive if you can complete the mission first. And so you kind of want to play balls to the wall if you can. We killed 43 Genestealers. A little bit of extra XP over there. It looks like Balder's going to be getting the lion's share. In fact, he got more for his half of the mission than anybody else got for doing the entire mission. So there you go. He did really, really well. He made out like a bandit on this one. And so now this team has a couple of level 2s that we can play with. I think that's going to be the end of our episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for the next episode of Space Hulk Ascension. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.